gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live with DK64 Randomizer.com Season 2 Tournament Qualifier number 3. Oh, what a mouthful. We're back. I will be commentating today. My name is Lorak. You may recall me from yesterday. I'm back. Can't get rid of me yet. And I am joined by...
Morning. My name is Rydog. I am also a racer who plays a lot of DK64, so I'm happy to start commentating today.
There's dozens of us. There's so many. We're multiplying. It's terrifying. The world's got to watch out. DK64 Randomizer taking the world by storm. On our stream today, we've got two top dogs. We got Connor75, 101% world record holder and absolute speed demon, and Riley, Blitz tournament champion ×2. We got some top quality gameplay going on today. I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, these two tend to make top of lobbies very often. Connor, I think, also holds like the fastest seed that we've done so far.
Yeah. We'll see how we can get a fast one today, but you just never know. You just never know. You never know what seed you're going to get when you open up a DK64 randomizer seed. Season 2 is particularly volatile. It can really throw some curveballs at you. And looking at the starting moveset, I don't know, Ryan, what do you make of this?
It's okay. I mean, at least they have triangle. The other two are kind of not particularly that useful for early game, but hey, at least they have gone for later.
Yeah, Gorilla Gun isn't all that useful early, but you needed to get into Helm, and you definitely need that item, so they got one item checked off. Oranges are utility, I suppose. Oranges are the kind of thing where you don't realize you're missing them until you start playing the game without them, and you're like, where are my oranges? I want to throw them at people. You don't have them. Oh no. But triangle might help in early game stuff. Maybe, oh, I don't know, you break out the triangle in some random spot. There's plenty of... It's a move for your starting Kongs, so it might, like, lead you in a direction of somewhere you want to go. Like, if you get caves early, you have everything you need for, like, Chunky's cabin or something. Which is oddly specific. Huh. Well, that's my prediction, then, that we get caves level 1. Woohoo.
Yeah, with the caves level 1, they are pretty set up. Otherwise, I don't see this moveset helping.
Oh, and we are off. Whoa. Let me refresh Connor's real quick. He's a little behind, or... Oh, I might have surprise started on Connor. Well, the field needs 15 seconds for him, so that's fine. He'll be back in ship shape in no time. Yeah, he's still got a little surprised, like, oh my god, what just happened?
You're just throwing for content, it's fine.
No big deal, no big deal. Yeah, the time difference is marginal in the grand scheme of things, and we've already got Riley stealing the GB out of the sprint cage. You don't need sprint if you're good enough. With some good DK movement, you can just swipe that GB, no problem. No muss, no fuss. Time, let's see, Owl Tree Key 4. Factory Donkey number game. We do a little counting today. Was this level 1 or 2? I was not paying attention.
I was watching Connor's, and then I started writing down hints.
Chunky finds Lanky, Galleon, Japes Kasplat, Underground. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Because that requires a whole pile of stuff that you don't actually need. So this is level 2. Yeah. Because it costs 3 to get into. Check all the boxes, check all the boxes. Alright, level 2 Forest. That's not stellar. Not terribly exciting. But they got the GBs they need to get into level 1, so they're off to the races. Really might. He is skipping the training grounds. I love this. I love a good training ground skip. Because if you're broke, then there's nothing to do in the training grounds. The dirt patch in the back is like kind of slow, so like I like coming back when I have money. Connor wants the info. You can at least see the shops. You get a little bit of knowledge out of that. But oh well, there's your money in Galleon Lobby, which is our level 1. It's a Forced Mills Tiny K rule. Okay. Lanky finds Diddy and Castle. Japes Chunky Underground is on the way. The Horde. Oh, so also next to it. Next to the Kasplat is needed. Oh, oh, what do you know? Troffenskopf, key 4. Whoa, look out.
Oh.
We got a boss. I did not see what was in the aisle shop for Connor. Did he pick up anything? Does not look like it. So they got nothing so far. So they got to run into level 1 Galleon without swim. This is not great. This this sucks. There's not a lot to do here. There's a chance. There's a chance they pull something like if they get like coconut, they can get in the lighthouse area. But really, diving is what the big prize here. If they get diving here, then they can start considering their options. Actually, diving doesn't actually do a lot immediately, because Chunky and Donkey don't really have a ton to do underwater in the shipyard. Not without more stuff.
It's likely going to break down to them going to level 2, unless if they do find, like, coconut and diving within the same level.
And Connor's got 3 GBs. He might just not go into Galleon. He might just turn around and go to Forest. But the allure of the shops is very tempting. Shops are always excellent density and a good dive, I think. I have been burned by the Galleon shops before. You never know. What do we got? What's our first look? And a Diddy as a potion. Well, that would be great if we had Diddy. Thank you, Candy. Very cool. That's Riley's 3rd GB, so he's all set for Forest. So it was probably a GB in the back of training grounds that Connor got to get one over. Straightforward early seed so far. And there's plenty of stuff hinted in Forest. Owl Tree area for Key 4, the shops for Key 2, something in the mills for Tiny K rule. The nature of path, it doesn't necessarily mean that whatever's in the mills is Mini Monkey or Feather. It could be something that leads to it. Monkey's got nothing. What the heck? Galleon sucks. Perhaps our cactus...
As crazy as it sounds, it might have been the right choice to go Forest first.
Yeah. That's a tough call to make, I think. Especially because 3 is so hard to get to. You have to go to the training grounds for it. And there's really no way to know. And they get pineapple. Never mind.
Yeah, pineapple's huge.
That's big. A gun for a usable gun for a Kong is, yeah, that's a lot of value. So you can check the back of aisles. You can check. Oh, Riley's considering it. Considering his options. All right, he needs to know what's in the training grounds now. Pineapple gets you on your way to most of your medals. Back aisles is good. More stuff in Forest, right? Yeah, like chunky face shooting. A whole lot of stuff just opened up. Half the way to Horse Funky. Pretty huge.
Yeah, Forest opens up pretty heavily now that they have a gun. Even though oranges, I found out, apparently you can turn the switches with for day and night.
Yes, that is like one of those like lesser known bits of tech that gets amplified dramatically in Rando, just because like who would ever think to do that? Why would you throw an orange at the switch? Like all the switches work with guns, but for some reason this one works with oranges, so like, okay. It's not in logic. Logic doesn't expect anyone to know that, but it's just one of those like weird quirks of the game that's just like, oh, okay, I guess we'll take it. Alright. Riley's giving our first look at Forest. What's in the minecart? Anything interesting? Nothing. Well, Connor ran back to check the cannon game. Maybe get some more bananas out of this. How many's he got? 20? I don't think that's quite enough for anything.
I think Connor is going for chunky banana. Oh, no, never mind.
I don't think you can get it without diving or coconut. One of the two. Oh, speaking of, hello. Coconut the Mills. That could very easily be what the tiny key roll thing is pointing at, because Coconut just lost tons and tons of stuff. Nothing on the conveyor belt. We're checking the mill. And with that early stuff out of the way... Oh, nighttime. And then even still you shoot bullets at it and it just doesn't want to do what you want it to do. It's like, what, there's no winning here. Come on, game. Throw me a bone. Alrighty. So, key 2 is in a shop in Forest. Is it in Cranky? If it's not in Cranky, we're in trouble, but... It is.
If it's not in Cranky, they're gonna have a lot of moves by the time they get key 4 or
Yeah,
key 2.
That's gonna be interesting if it's not here, so I'm assuming it's here. I would be very surprised. Riley probably also just assuming that and decides, oh, I'm gonna do other stuff first. Just gonna assume that key 2 is there and come back for it. It's nicely tucked away. Cranky's keeping it safe, no need to worry about it. Surely nothing can go wrong with this assumption. Connor right behind grabbing Coconut out of the Mills. Deploy your key 2, and then... some buttons. There we go. Deploy your key 2, and then I guess you gotta go to level 3. I mean, this is not a particularly enticing level to stick around in. Well, you can't go to the owl tree area. You've got something out of the mills. You're pretty happy with your hints and forest so far. Well, oops. Falling down like that's not great. I suppose you want to collect enough bananas to check the boss. It's possible that your boss is your progression now.
Yeah, because remember, we have a key locked behind boss, so...
Somehow. We have 2 hints for key 4, which means it's probably not quite so simple. But it's pretty likely that some sort of progression is on a boss. It could be the boss itself, and your other hint is pointing at, like, barrels or something, but... remains to be seen. You just don't know. You just don't know, and that's the nature of the beast with Randomizer. You're just gonna... You gotta guess what you guess. And live with it. Connor's deciding to go grab his key from Cranky. Sure enough. A light purchase with Chunky, no big deal. Surely this will be cheap.
It's good that we know it's there now.
Oh, he's actually unfathomably wealthy. Oh my lord. That is a lot of money in his pocket. 22 coins with Chunky already is very fast. Riley prioritizing mushroom checks. He'll probably drop down to the shop in a minute. But nothing comes of it yet, so nothing really exciting. The ambitious among us might just immediately abandon this level. That would be extremely ambitious, because if you find like diving here, you're in huge trouble, or you'd be in huge trouble to skip it. What? Riley decides the wait for this GB is worth it. He might be trying to hedge his bets on getting into level 3 sooner. For our Kong progression, we've got 2 of our 3 Kongs hinted. We've got Lanky you get from Galleon with Chunky. We got a lot of Chunky moves, but we don't have diving, and we need diving to get anything else. Or barrels, I guess. And then Diddy is found in Castle with Lanky, so you need Lanky first. And we still also don't know where Castle is. Castle could be anywhere from 3 to 5, so...
Yeah, there's not... At this point, it's a lot of just full clear forest until you go get your hints at the level 3.
There's not a, there's no clear path forward yet, so you play safe. You play safe, you get rewarded with huge items. Like Riley's about to get a blueprint! Oh my god! That's crazy! Ooh, vines on the outside of the mushroom.
Vines are pretty helpful now that they have them.
There you go. There's your good enough reason to clear forest. Perfect. You certainly need them to get into Helm, so that's big. For immediate uses, it's a little less clear. It's very funny that Kasplat is traditionally locked behind. You swing across vines and then go through a door at night to get to it, but in Randomizer you can just drop down from above and, well, in game you can just drop down from above and sure enough vines is behind what might look like a vines lock check, but it actually isn't.
Seems that Connor is also taking the path to the 20-second arena.
20 seconds is probably about as long as you want to wait for. It's like a mediocre minigame, right? It's actually a pretty good minigame if it's that fast. So, Riley taking his talents to the Thornvine Barn. Let's see what this Kasplat's got. He also picking up vines means that it's a lot easier to get to the bonus barrel in the barn. It's still out of logic because it doesn't have Strong Kong, but it's maybe a little easier. The 8 GBs, surely level 3 is accessible, whatever it is.
Yeah. I've seen level 3 be higher, but like it's very rare.
Yeah, usually like you need like a bunch of Kongs available before it starts getting out of hand like that. What's in the barrel? What's in the box? It's a GB. Not worth it. What's on this Kasplat? Anything? Okay, pretty okay forest. Vines you're pretty happy with, but nothing really exciting. And Riley perfectly routes into Trough but Connor went to the one at the top of the mushroom, so he is loading his trough up first. That trough or scoff, I don't remember. I don't know. Everything in this game has a name, I swear. It's ridiculous.
It's a very weird game. They chose to give names to like random feathers on the ground.
That is classic Rareware fashion. They just let loose. Named feathers on the ground. Anthropomorphic voices. Oh, potion! Here we go. What do we got in here? Is this perhaps a little grape action? It looks blue, I think. Yeah, that's definitely blue. So maybe that's your grape to get to the owl tree area? No way you skip this. And we have synchronized puff tosses. Alright, who knows their puff toss stars? Connor does. I don't.
I know the third set, and that is it.
Oh, the third set's the nice and easy one. Connor making this look easy, though. My goodness. Flawless routing. Holy moly. Alright, here you go. Textbook lesson on puff toss stars. He's just running straight at it. He's not even like going in a circle. He's just running in straight lines to the next star. Thing of beauty. And he's done. Just boom. Shorten bosses means there's only 3 phases. Love to see that. What's the move we got here? If this is sprint, that's much more interesting, but he's... Oh, trombone, wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a T-bone.
Is that... Oh my. We still need something in the owl tree for key 4, and it could be, perhaps, a little rabbit racing, maybe? You need the trombone to wake up the rabbit. Could it be him? Could it be something...
We don't have sprint.
Yeah, we don't have sprint, we don't have lanky for that matter. But maybe it's a... Oh gosh, I mean, it could also be like trombone for something in Galleon and your diving is in the owl tree. There's a lot of unknowns. It's narrowed down pretty well, but there's still some options here. Take vines to the back of training grounds. Good presence of mind from Connor. Forgetting this is super easy. I do it all the time. Riley wants to know what level 3 is. Level 3 is castle, so need some more hints. Triangle key 8. That is a second Troffenskopf key 4 hint, so we have 2 bosses on the path to key 4. This key 4 is getting nasty. Wow. 5 Forest Mushroom Exterior on the path to key 8. That'll be your vines. That is solved already, fortunately. Let's take chunky metals on the way to the horde. Aztec's got to turn up. And a rabbit race. There it is. As we suspected.
Boy.
As we suspected.
So what I'm hearing is the double boss fight into lanky moves to rabbit race.
Wow. There you go. Love to see that. Anything in Snide? Nope, Snide is not holding out on us today. All good. Could be Sprint on another boss, could be Grape on another boss, could be... If we're assuming the key is on the rabbit race, which makes a lot of sense, that still leaves 2 things unaccounted for, Grape and Sprint. So, it's not so simple. Can DK rolling beat the rabbit? Oh gosh. Maybe on N64. I can't imagine. He's fast. You gotta...
That rabbit's incredibly fast. I thought also... I think it also has detection if you're the wrong Kong, but I'm not entirely sure.
No, you can. I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you want once you start the rabbit race. You can, like, leave the area. You can, like, take the warp out, do whatever you want. And he doesn't get mad at you until he finishes. But,
Gotcha.
yeah. Jeez.
Seems they're both returning to Galleon here.
Oh, that's actually true. If you put like a barrel in the way of the rabbit, or if you put like a boulder in the way of the rabbit will just get stuck on the boulder. So yeah, you could beat him without Sprint with some cheeky boulder placement, I guess. I have no idea where you would place the boulder, but there's the newest boulder tech for you boulder tech enthusiasts to go lab out. Enjoy. So now with the Troffenskopf hint, they're taking vines into Bean. Whoa!
Oh my god, it's Bean!
The Bean! One of a kind, truly unique. We are blessed with the Bean's presence on this day. And it's not too far from a reality. Not too far. It's not hinted or anything, but it's not outrageous to think the Bean could turn up. But with the Troffenskopf hint combined with vines, they're taking both of those back to Galleon, because you need vines or dive to get into Troffenskopf and Galleon. So, what's on this boss? I don't suppose anyone saw what Castle costed. Or Castle cost? I did not. Ooh, it's not this boss! Oh my. Maybe it's in Castle. It's gotta be in Castle, right? Surely. Oh my. 11
It could also be in wherever level 4 is.
Oh boy. I don't think it can be in level 4, because you have to get 3 Kongs with stuff from the first 3 levels. And we don't have a 3rd Kong yet. So unless unless Tiny just like randomly turns up, we're kind of out of luck here. Right, no diving, but with some cheeky DK64, some vintage DK64 ledge grabbing, you can sneak your way up on this platform. See what Connor gets out of it. It's gonna be kind of hard to do stuff. I suppose he can work his way into the lighthouse. Riley choosing to do the thing that's in the logic, which is kill this Splat. Nothing here is hinted, by the way. Nothing is foolish. Nothing is way of the horde. They're just blindly checking this stuff. Riley got his 11th and has decided he's done. I'm gonna go to Castle. Connor's already at 11, but is just being a little more thorough clearing Galleon. Ooh. Okay, sneaky little bit of tech from Connor there. You can actually kind of like, if the item in the sickbay is large enough, it'll kind of like poke out of the top of the barrel stack. And vials are just tall enough to poke out of the top of the barrel stack. So it's probably a GB in there. Maybe a metal. maybe metals are too large, but it's probably a GB in the sick bay because he didn't see anything special. Yeah, potion, a key will stick out, a crown will stick out. I think a metal is wide enough to stick out. So, cheeky little bit of tech there. I mean, Womp's Fortress claims another soul. It's not just me.
Who knew the easiest Mario level would turn into the hardest DK level?
Who do? A pearl in the lighthouse. Wow. I mean, lady, it's not that hard to find this. Like, surely she could have. Come on, it's not that far away. Mermaid's holding out on us. Nothing exciting in the lighthouse. Riley doing some aisles cleanup. I don't think either of them have checked the back of the island, which is a little awkward, but the pineapple cage, but surely that won't be a problem. Surely there's nothing there. Riley charging into castle. Connor checked it? Alright, well, there you go. A blueprint, excellent. Thank you, team. Look, I like to live in the world where I thought to check something that they didn't, so you'll just have to live in that world with me. I like to feel smart. Yeah. What is in Castle? We don't have any idea. There are no hints for Castle.
There are 3 shops and a dirt patch, as well as probably only Donkey's metal.
Should be able to. Ooh, actually, no, they can get Chunky's metal if they go into the museum.
Oh, yeah, they have pineapple. I forgot.
Yeah. That's still not great, but they can do it.
Shops could always be looted. We'll see what happens.
Right. Shops are your best bet. Also, the boss is very tempting. I think it's very likely the boss has something here.
Another blueprint from Phase Swap.
Mm-hmm. Riley has 4 chunky blueprints marked. That is remarkable. He is loaded up on those. This is almost like the castle shotgun. Classic. You run through, get all the clear out your lower tunnel, get the easy dungeon checks, take a peek at what's across the chasm, see what you like, maybe go downstairs a bit, and then do a little castle climb. It was just a nice leisurely stroll.
I don't think Riley checked the Funky Shop, to my knowledge.
He's probably getting this spot and then heading downstairs. Shared move. Whoa, this is big. This could be your diving. This could be your barrels. What do we got? Diving. Ooh, big pull out of that shop. That is enough to send you right back to Galleon, I think. I mean, well, maybe not. You don't get that much more. You get.
I don't think it really is. Donkey and Chunky really can't do a lot in Galleon.
Well,
without. Well, remember, Connor already did Lighthouse.
Right. We know that from Connor's lighthouse checks, really nothing exciting in Galleon, unless you go to, like, Chunky 5-door ship. I think that's the list. Twirl on DK Metal. Okay.
That means we might have a Jack today.
It's a little Mad Jack action. Ooh. Showed up early enough. There's a possibility. Fucking buttons again. And then the classic castle climb without Tiny. That is unfortunate. It's always a tragedy when you can't climb without one of DK or Tiny and you miss a medal on the way up, but needs must. Needs must. Riley wants that medal. He wants Chunky's medal bad. It's like well, actually, it might just be to get to the 80 something needed for Trofinskov, actually. Oh, orange off the wall! Oh my goodness. Riley's insane. What a shot. You can't do this without punch, but you can peek it. What do we got? Nothing. Classic. Go and rob the museum real quick, grab the coins. A very thorough clearing of castle. Riley heard his ding. He's got enough. What do we have in the boss room?
This is required. It's likely cut out. They still don't have barrel throwing to fight most of the bosses.
Well, they know barrels is in the first 3 levels, which means this is pretty likely to actually be a barrels required boss. Or Mad Jack. Depending on where Tiny is. Okay, not Tiny, so this is a little gonna like... I'm betting this is gonna be a barrels required boss. It's a potion, but... Is it doable? That looks blue again, I think. Lean forward, is it blue? Oh, I actually do not know what color that is. Right, and yep. They need barrels. Yep. Because you know barrels can appear by level 3 or earlier.
Yeah, so, it's within logic as long as you're within the first 3 levels.
Yep. This is a quirk of the boss shuffler. It's like this is time for barrels bosses to start showing up, so uh-oh. Alright, now I gotta really look at Connor's screen. See if it's a blue one. I think it's blue, but... And if it's blue, it could be grape or sprint. It could be either. A lot... Yeah, it's not 100%, but it is much more likely than anything else. Okay, I'm a little more confident in saying that's blue.
Always a bit of trouble whenever it's Top and Ska with the blue and purple vials.
Yeah. Oh, green vial at the top. Whoa, Primate Punch out of Castle Dirt. That's big. That gets you a whole bunch of stuff. That gets you Crypt. That gets you the Shed. That gets you back to Galleon for some stuff. Oh, wait a minute. And Galleon Chunky has Lanky. Is Lanky in the punch chest? And Connor leaves! Oh no! Where's he going? He's going to level 4 to get more hints, but oh no, he left without punch.
That's really bad for him.
That is very dangerous. Unless he gets pointed right back to it. There is some danger here. Outskirts to Tiny K Rule. That probably is... Okay. Oh, but the Galleon Chunky 5-door ship, which you just opened up. That could be Lanky. So it might not be punch locked.
If that's true, then Connor is in as bad as a position as we may have thought.
Yeah, he might have gotten away with one there. Tiny, chunky donkey. So we need saxophone, triangle, and bongos, of which we only have triangle. Alright, so we got our key 5 and a key 7. We got a key 5 and a key 7 hint. So testing for key 5, Aztec metals for key 7, and we have chunky metal in Aztec hinted. So that could just be key 7, and that's a very easy one to get. Connor chasing down chunky 5-door ship. He's thinking, alrighty, I've got Lanky in the bag. Whereas Riley is going to be sitting much prettier once he heads back to Galleon, because he can do every chunky thing, I think. He can do everything chunky in Galleon, so he is definitely going to get Lanky on his next way back. Connor, meanwhile, Connor needs this to be Lanky. He doesn't have punch, so he can't do the chest. He can't do sickbay. I'm not sure a Kong actually would peek through sickbay, so I'm not sure that he could confirm or deny that a Kong isn't in sickbay. What is in here? It's a vial here. It's not Lanky. Oh no, Connor is going to have to go back to castle. Of course, it's a diving barrel and dive. A diving barrel required diving. My goodness.
Yeah, the only way Riley wouldn't be able to get Lanky is if Lanky is locked behind Cannon Game. They still do not have barrel throwing, so that is still off the table.
I did forget about Cannon Game. That is a sneaky one, but what is this vial? This is a Way of the Horde vial. This is known to be Way of the Horde. This is their first Way of the Horde they've actually been able to get. They've got a bunch of stuff hinted in the later levels, but nothing early, which is unfortunate. Really continuing to stay very thorough, clearing out castle. I do like this. It's barrels, alright. So
that
barrels
might be cannons.
That's good. But that's gonna send Connor back to castle, which may save him if he goes to the top and gets the dirt. Oh, and it also gives him the Cannon Game. Okay, is this Lanky? If this isn't Lanky, then uh-oh. So Connor working with extra info a little bit ahead, but if Riley can capitalize off punch, he's going to go huge. He has not gone at a level 4 to get the hints, so he's just running back here thinking, okay, I got to do everything chunky to go get Lanky, and he will not be disappointed when he checks the 5-door ship. If he checks the 5-door ship. If he gets Lanky before then, he might leave. It would be awkward. So there are some traps here for both players. A little scary. There's Lanky on the Cannon Game. Okay, so it's not the punch chest, but Riley can get it anyway, so he's in fine shape. Lanky Kong, welcome to the party. We're gonna need you to race a rabbit in a minute. And possibly, you're gonna need Lanky for something in Castle to get Diddy as well, so... It's not so simple, not so simple to solve here. Some stuff for barrels. Nothing in the punch chest. Kind of predicted that by now.
Yeah, probably the next path they're going to take after leaving Galleon, they'll probably go back to Castle because of the barrels.
Right. They'll get their blue vial off that boss, but they're still one move short, right? Regardless of whether that's grape or sprint, they still know that there's something they're missing for the rabbit race. So this is not a gimme. So Connor is bailed out and is headed back to castle. Maybe finds punch there. You might need that. It's not clear if we need punch yet, but it's a really good move. Used for a lot of stuff. A rainbow coin for 30 seconds is not really worth it anymore. They're already loaded on cash. Connor doesn't need that. Out of here. So he's definitely coming back for the boss, and he's definitely coming back to check every single lanky thing in Castle he can, which is greenhouse and the metal. And that's it. I don't think he can even look at Lanky Tower.
The only other one he can possibly get is he can get Mausoleum out of Logic if he gets Grape from boss.
He can't get into the Mausoleum, though. Oh, if he gets Grape from the boss, yeah. That's true, yeah. What the boss has could change his access, but he's checking the greenhouse first. What do we have here? Out in the greenhouse. Uh-oh. Now he's got to pull, he's got to hope it's on the metal. Gotta hope he pulls Diddy on the metal, otherwise he's gonna be looking for more stuff. Riley, meanwhile, headed straight towards Lanky himself. You're not skipping Lanky the seed. But now we get a nice little break for Armadillo 2. Nice, exciting, thrilling, gripping boss fight here. And we get an excellent view of the ground as Connor is aggressively manipulating lag. Riley decides he's not done with Lanky quite yet. What else is he thinking? He might be thinking Lanky Metal, maybe? Get the on-guard chest as well? So he's not quite done clearing out Galleon, it looks like. I kind of like it. I mean, if you're still looking for one thing besides what you know is on the boss, so until that point, you may as well just keep playing thorough, keep playing safe, check everything you can. Maybe he hasn't cleared out the lighthouse at all yet, actually, so he might actually be like going to the lighthouse next, and so on. Makes this a good play for density. Ooh, Vial! Bongos! Ooh. Bongos in the lighthouse area, that's big. You need that. You need that for Helm. That is 100% required. Oh boy, that's a cheeky spot for it. And yeah, he hasn't gone onto the lighthouse yet, so he's probably going to be clearing out the lighthouse here, find nothing, and off he goes. So now that they have another Kong, though, this Key 4 could require stuff that's in Japes, which is our level 4. And we know some stuff is in Japes that we need. We know the Chunky Underground has two things. It's got the Kasplat has something, and the Chunky GB there has something as well. So they're probably working their way towards Japes, and it is Sprint on the boss. Okay. So that makes it even more likely to be Beetle Race, or to be Rabbit Race, rather, for Key 4. Not that it wasn't almost all but confirmed.
Curse them with the double race.
Yeah. Oh no. What have I done? what have I done? Oops, I will not apologize.
And the classic Oops All Races Season 2 seed.
Yeah.
I wait every day to see it.
Oh boy. Some call it a commentator's curse. Others would call it a blessing. Alright, Connor is dumping. He wants to get into Japes. Riley has still not looked at Japes. He's not looked at Lobby 4. He's going back for a Sprint first. But he didn't pull anything out of Galleon, so it's a little tricky to keep going. But Connor also left Castle without Punch again. Time will tell if that comes back to haunt him. That's a scary one to leave behind, for sure, but it's not overtly needed yet, so he may get away with this one. Knowing Grape is on the way as well, you might just assume that... I don't think it's an unreasonable assumption to think that Tiny is just... or that Diddy is just in the Lanky Mausoleum. I think that's a reasonable bet, because Grape is all you need. Your other options are Lanky Tower, which also needs Grape, but also needs Sniper or Homing. Or... what else? The Dungeon, which needs Balloon. Yeah, you have Trombone for that, so... it's okay, I guess it can go all over the place. Hunter dumps up to 24, that's enough for Japes. Japes is only 23. Oh no, Japes is 24. I can't count. Thank you, me. Ooh, Vial in the lobby, though. What do we got here? A Diddy Vial. First Diddy Vial. Rocket Barrel. Very nice. Love seeing that early. I call it early. We're 45 minutes in. You just love to see it. Period. Unclear if that is needed as of yet. That is a clear vial past the peanut gate. Ooh, that's tricky. That could be a slam. That could be sniper. That could be homing. All of those have potential value, but it could just as easily be a music upgrade or an ammo belt, which is completely junk. Those clear vials are sneaky.
Clear vials exist to trouble runners at all times.
They exist. They are up to no good at any given moment. You see a clear vial, you know that guy has had a shady past. He's out to get you. All right, Chunky Underground.
It's not a clear vial on boss.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrifying. What do we got down here? A purple vial. And something on the Kasplat as well. Is this Grape here at last? Another purple vial. Okay, so we've got Feather. And Mini Monkey. Alright, there's your Tiny K. Rool care package. Excellent. That... Actually, well, you know Tiny K. Rool is in the fight, and it just got solved in a matter of seconds. Excellent. Love that. Your Forest Mills was Coconut, which ended up leading you to...
Tiny Vial and Funky Store as well.
Ooh, Tiny's got something to buy. Ooh. There's Tiny. Tiny? We don't know where Tiny is. We don't have a hint for Tiny at all. We have no idea. Oh. Riley tried to get cheeky. He pre-marked Grape. He was actually Sprint on the boss. Unlucky. Clear vial in the cage. There's a slam. So that vial in past the peanut cage just lost a fair bit of value. With one slam, you're much more comfortable in a seed. A second slam is not quite as good as the first. Riley grabbing his rocket barrel as well. And he's gonna read through his Japes hints, which he has not read yet. And come to the, yeah. What's in here? The chunky 5-door ship, telling him that, oh, go get barrels for a Way of the Horde. You already know it was Way of the Horde. Yep, no surprise there. Testing key 5, he'll get his key 5 hint as well as his key 7 hint. Well, one of the hints. There might be more. Oh, that also has the Helm order into that lobby too. Interesting. Of which we are still short saxophone. There's some pretty big differences between these runners. Connor has blazed ahead as far as like level progression goes. He's further in the levels. He's got deeper progression and deeper levels. But Riley's more thorough clear has rewarded him with a couple pretty big hits. Bongos is a guaranteed Way of the Horde, and Punch is just a good item that's possibly needed. So it's not super clear who's in the lead, especially because of those bongos.
Yeah, I think those bongos are going to be a big deciding factor, because if I'm in Connor's place, there's not really a reason to go back to Galleon as of right now, or not for a while.
Right. And Donkey is the third room in Helm. If you have to go get the hint for bongos in Helm, that sucks. that is a fair chunk of time that's just vanished, evaporated. Well, Riley seems to have found some reason to go back to Galleon. What is he doing? Is he just trying to get to 20? Oh, he's trying to get to 24, I bet, and just does not want to dump.
Seems that Connor is one banana short of getting his boss.
You hate to see it. And yeah, checking bosses again. Bosses are already doubly hinted for key 4, and maybe it's actually this boss instead. Maybe all 3 of your Rabbit Race requirements are on bosses. Wouldn't that be something? You know what? Let's make this one Mad.
I guess we just had to fight like 7 bosses.
Yeah, why not? Why don't we just make this one Mad Jack while we're at it? Here we go. It would actually be pretty good info if this were Mad Jack, but like if you see Tiny's face here, then you know Tiny is available somewhere, which would be good info, but not really doing anything for you right now, unfortunately. Alright, well, we avoid Mad Jack, but do we avoid the potion? Alright, it's junk. What to do? Continuing to what is essentially the shotgun of Japes. Quickly clear out the hillside and all the Kasplats. Some medals along the way, perhaps. But nothing exciting. It's unfortunate. Does Punch give us anything in Galleon? Nope. Not on the crown. And so, short of all else to do, Connor returns to Forest. I wonder what he's thinking. What does he like? What does he want to see in Forest? There's nothing really. He can't go to the Owl Tree area, so there's nothing to do for Key 4. Maybe he's thinking of Metal. Maybe he's thinking.
I think right now they're just kind of rolling the dice. They can't get any progression without more lanky items.
Oh, he never went to Thornvine Barn. There's nothing here, but never went here. Yeah, so now they're kind of at the end of the rope. What's the next way to go? This is tough. This is really hard. Which means I'm much happier to be in Riley's shoes right now. Even though he's still got to go through Japes. He's got all the moves he needs. He's got all the moves that we know of. So he's got more options available. It could be... I mean, there's nothing Punch or Bongos locked in Japes. So, like, he's not going to find anything new in Japes. So his Japes excursion will probably look exactly the same as Connor's. If I were to guess. On return to Galleon, he may... hopefully run to the lighthouse. The Diddy location is hinted as Lanky and Castle. It's not the greenhouse, it's not the metal, and we can't do anything else. We do not have a tiny hint. Tiny hint is nowhere. So, the tiny hint is probably in level 5, which means it's locked behind key 4, which means tiny is probably just in level 5. Pretty good odds of that. I would be surprised if tiny were earlier than that. Okay, well here Connor's about to get his bongos, so he's about to reclaim some of Riley's item advantage. And we'll be very happy with this find. Might get the medal as well. So it's a bit of a trade between Riley's punch and Connor's, I guess, just extra GBs. And now he's got time to clear the rest of the game in an attempt to find whatever may be our progression. This is tough. I don't think there's anything hinted at this point. I'm pretty sure it's just check everything you can until you're anything and everything. Which means now we gotta start getting creative and like think of random things to check. Some Galleon medals are probably available. What else might be in Castle?
To my knowledge, I think... oh, I guess there's the rocket barrel checks that Diddy can do in Castle, but other than that,
we don't have Diddy, so...
empty.
Yeah, without Diddy, that doesn't mean anything.
Oh shoot, you're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they did look at the other parts of the 5-door ship. Not that they can get to those. I was thinking the Lankies. Well, the fact that they haven't looked at Lankies yet probably means that it's probably junk. But Connor's looking at DK's 5-door ship right now, which I'm pretty sure is a new check. I don't think Riley's checked this.
Yeah, DK 5-door is a new check, so this could be something.
Possibly. Let's see. Galleon Outskirts was hinted, and that is just Pineapple so far, but Pineapple could be for... oh gosh. What might Pineapple be for? It would be for all the tiny stuff. Yeah. Yeah, for all the tiny moves down in Castle Underground, and that's what it's hinted for. Outskirts is on the path to Tiny K rule. And you needed Pineapple for both of those moves, so... works out. Checks out, checks out.
Seems that Connor is also trying to check Lanky 5 ship.
Yeah, maybe you don't get a good... I don't think you get a good look at Lanky's ship from Chunky's. From Diddy's, you get a good look at both. But... but I don't think you get a good look from Chunky's ship, which means it's time to go play the trombone and take a peek. Take a peek. Another new check. Riley with a nice little slope climb. That's a cheeky way to get up that slope. Not too bad. Oh, it is a violin here. And is this grape? That's grape! It's grape!
Oh, that is huge.
Grape in the Lanky 5-door ship. Rabbit Race is now in Logic, so he's running straight there. Alright, the last place you look. It's the last place you look. Always. So no punch for Connor still. He's not going to find punch for a long time now, I don't think, because I think this opens up the rest of the seed. This is probably going to be key 4, which gets him into level 4. Well...
he might just be getting away with it. It would be really funny if he does, but...
Well, no, he's gonna have to go back to castle, so he may end up checking roof dirt. So it's not over yet for him. He may end up checking that dirt later. Because he's gonna end up in castle again to go pick up Diddy. Maybe. Do they need Diddy for any reason? Oh gosh, they don't need Diddy for any reason yet. That's not a good reason to not get Diddy, but it's certainly
You need Diddy, because then he can jump high.
Yeah, I guess, but like they don't have anything hinted that says, "Hey, you need Diddy." Can you skip Diddy? That's all I want to know. is this the rare Diddy-less seed? I would not bet on it, and I would not imagine the runners bet on it either. That would be extremely ambitious. Because there's so much they don't know yet. But I am a fan of blind ambition, so I hope they try and skip Diddy and go crazy. We don't know a third K rule phase. We don't even know a second K rule phase. We only have Tiny hinted. So it's gonna be interesting. The infamous Fungi Forest Rabbit Race. Here he comes. That boy is quick. He will run you down. You are not absolutely on point with your jumps and movement. Shoutouts to Riley's impressive suite of blueprints. He has tracked for him 4 DK blueprints, 4 lanky blueprints, and 5 chunky blueprints. He is loading up on those. So he may look behind in GBs, but he's actually probably just like on par. All he has to do is dump and he just flies ahead. What is on the rabbit race? It is key 4. Alrighty. We are free at last.
Crazy key 4.
That is a nasty key 4. Whew. What's in level 5? I think it has to be... Actually, we don't know. It could be anything. Now, it's worth noting now that Diddy is going to be accessible before this level. So anything found in this level will not lead to Diddy. So it's very likely that Diddy is probably in like the mausoleum now. Possibly in the Lanky Tower. Oh. Caves and Mines, Tiny K Rule, sure enough. Forest Lanky Medal, ooh. That is not anything anyone has gotten yet, I don't think.
Yeah, both of them skipped out on the medal, so...
I don't think it's an easy one to get. Forest Medals suck. Ooh, and there's your Lighthouse Key 8. That's your bongos hint. So, you get bailed out if you skip bongos. All good. Another DK blueprint. Another for Riley's collection. Eve's Chunky 5-door cabin. Speak of the devil. I speculated on this very early, and sure enough, it returns in force. So there's a reason to go into caves. 33 to get into factory. Riley is not going to be there, but Riley also has to go get his grape shooter, which he is not close to. So the lead has swung. The lead has once again swung in Connor's favor, but punch is the X factor. We do not know what if punch may be needed.
We're also going to be seeing the lanky metal check on Riley's end here soon.
Ooh, that's right. The Mills does have a fair bit of lanky bananas. Perhaps something out of the attic? Not quite. He's at 31, so he's actually pretty close to the factory requirement. While Connor cleans out production. In production, we have testing on the path to key 5, and donkey counting is hinted directly. Also, did y'all see a tiny hint? I did not see a tiny hint.
We had a... There was a tiny hint for underground. Oh, wait. For the actual Tiny? No.
Tiny herself. Where is Tiny? We don't know! So that bodes well for key 5 being in testing. And then... then your monkey port is the metal reward. Okay, great find. You need that. You need monkey port for helm, so that's big. And is mercifully directly hinted. Riley returning to Galleon it is time for him to uncover his grape shooter in the last location he checks, as is tradition.
It's always last location grape shooter. It's only ever that ability somehow.
Grape is it's a sneaky one. That one definitely can surprise you. If Tiny's punch locked, this turns into a disaster for Connor. But if Tiny just like turns up randomly, then so what? And nothing comes of it. Then Connor gets away with skipping punch, unpunished for skipping Castle Dirt. That's very scary. Here we go, a potion in candy. Or Strong Kong. That's not that great. Not particularly impressive, that.
Like an upgrade to third melon, you know?
Yeah, about the same use.
We're also joking if you could skip Diddy, or it might come down because Caves Aztec are the final lobbies. Their tiny hint might just be on the rocket barrel hint.
Oh no, that would be hilarious. That would be extremely funny. That's really hard to do too. Like, the hints are intentionally placed in such a way so that like a Kong doesn't lock their own hint. And if it is, in theory so far, technically possible for it to be on the rocket barrel hint, locked behind getting Diddy, which would just be brutal. Jeez. Alright, well. Chat, we are approaching time. Prepare your brain cells. It's time to count. We have to count from 1 to 16. It's very challenging. I have a lot of trouble with it. But I know you got it.
Yeah, honestly, this is the check that's coming up that I normally lose all my time to. It's why I can't ever get the record or anything.
It's tough. It's tough. Is there any strong Kong check you can't just damage run? No. I don't think there is.
Like I said, it's third melon, but stronger.
Yeah. I very much like to have it for DK's Igloo, but if I don't have it, then I will begrudgingly force myself through it. I will not be happy about it, though. That is the one spot where I really like to have it. Good thing I found that slam in Japes, huh? That could have been bad. No problem, though. Right? Like, the developers just, like, wanted you to suffer through DK Igloo. Just like, yeah, you got 3 hits, you'll be fine. Go for it. That's just mean. Or maybe it's because we're pushing the boundaries of this game that we have to give ourselves like a little bit of a helping hand. Like, just give us a little bit of help. What is
a little too late into playtesting. They were just like, oh, we shouldn't let them just tank through all of the strong Kong hints.
It is indeed key 5 in testing, which means our tiny hint is probably in the last 2 lobbies somewhere. So I think it has to be in the last 2 lobbies, actually. Yeah, they've checked all the hints otherwise, so it's gotta be here. Factory is, Oh, Tiny! Whoa! Random Tiny! Hello! Tiny chilling in the power hut. That's huge!
That is huge.
That is enormous for Connor. Oh my goodness. Caught me taking a drink of water. What the heck? you can't do me like that, game. What the heck? Oh my god.
Yeah, they don't even need to find the tiny hint anymore. They just got it.
Yeah, great. So when you were thinking you might need it, here we go. All right, well, that means we are in red alert mode for Connor, which is to say, what does he need to beat the game? The answer is not much. He needs
like sax, port, and key 7, but port is directly hinted, so.
Yep. Castle Shops key 8. That would be for diving. Yep. Makes sense. Wow. So Connor also needs monkey port, but this is directly way the horde hinted in forest, so that should be no problem. Riley is choosing to go back to castle to try and pick up Diddy. So he wants Diddy before moving on, which makes a lot of sense. But do you need Diddy? Kind of a question mark. There's no known reason that you need Diddy yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any hints that point towards needing him, but we have the last 5 coming up here soon, or the last 4.
There's your tiny hint. It's chilling in level 6 Aztec. Love that. There's Diddy. All right, so Riley pulled Diddy out of castle. That's pretty nice if we need him. Oh, more hints, more hints, more hints. We have 5 tiny K. Rool hints. Uh-oh.
I don't see why it's so many. The tiny, that probably just means that it's gonna be like Lanky Donkey for the last 2 because they already have those items.
Right, that is the most likely scenario. Emphasis on most likely. You can't be certain. That is the danger.
Yeah, I guess you always could get hit by the oops, it's chunky, Diddy, tiny, go get all your items.
That is a pretty big danger. So let's assume we live in the best case scenario though. Connor needs 2 moves. He needs monkey port and sax. In the best case scenario. And he has 2 Way of the Hordes that are unresolved. One of which is monkey port. No, he has 3 Way of the Hordes that are unresolved. He also needs key 7. He has 3 unresolved Way of the Hordes, and he needs 3 things. Monkey Port, Sax, and Key 7. We know Monkey Port is on one of them. We're pretty sure Key 7 is on the other. If the chunky 5-door cabin holds saxophone, Connor is theoretically in a very early go mode. That would be shocking. Or Riley ran back to the Galleon shop with Diddy and pulled peanuts. So it could be if it's a Diddy phase that's unhinted, because all these Diddy things are also lightly locked. In fact, the Diddy stuff is just as locked as the Lanky stuff. Just about, because it requires trombone and barrels. Rocket Barrel required trombone and barrels. So they're comparably locked.
Yeah, you might be right there.
It could be a Diddy phase, and if it's a Diddy phase, that is a complete disaster. We now know you absolutely need Diddy to do a Diddy phase, because Diddy locks peanuts. So Connor pulls his monkey port. I did not see any of the prices on the higher levels, but you know you need to get into each of them, so Connor may be dumping to go there. Short GBs for level 6? Oh, if he's short for 6, then good lord, 7 is crazy. Wouldn't you need Diddy for Diddy phase? So if you run into K. Rool, it will just give you the Kong for the right phase. So if in some miracle world you have all your moves but are just missing the Kong, you can actually complete the phase. Oh, nice. That's a vanilla thing.
Is that actually legal? I didn't know that was legal.
I think that is legal. It's just so staggeringly unlikely to happen. You know what? I'll have to get back to you on that one, but we're not going to see it this seed. Yeah, if you didn't have to buy Peanut with Diddy, yeah. That's how any percent works, I think. You don't have to like go unlock your Kongs, you get into main menu mode or whatever, get all your moves and just run into K. Rool and you have all your moves and your Kongs. Surprise. I think that's how any percent works. I don't know. One of you fancy speedrunner experts can correct me. You can't free your Kongs that way. I know that because that has been patched. You can't get like cutout Kongs. And just like that, Riley dumped all his blueprints and is just dead even with Connor on GBs. So if he pulls, he's gonna pull Tiny out of the Power Hut probably, and they will be very close. But Connor is again pulling ahead because he is just charged forward heedlessly of the possibly very important things that Riley also found. Possibly.
Yeah, this is very dependent on whether or not, like, punch is needed or Diddy's needed. If neither of them are, I think Connor can just...
He's gonna cruise.
Ahead.
And we're gonna see, again, extremely rare. I have not seen a seed where Diddy is not picked up at all. I've not seen one. This would be crazy if Connor just completely ignores Diddy. And if he does, that is an extremely impressive presence of mind to realize that, like, nothing of what I have is pointing me to Diddy Kong. Nothing of what I have requires Diddy. Do I just not need Diddy? That's extremely impressive, I think. He can't even get into the back of Aztec, so he's just he's not gonna be in Aztec for long.
I didn't think about that, yeah. But he can get chunky metal. He can get the within 50.
The chunky metal is not out of reach.
Yeah, chunky Aztec metal is ridiculous. You can like breathe and obtain it.
Yeah, it's like they just like ran out of spots to put CDs in Aztec, so they're just like, ah, screw it, we'll just dump all this stuff all in one spot. It's fine.
It feels like that a lot in this game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The levels are expansive, but there's just so much stuff in the game. You can't turn a corner without just like stumbling into some collectible in this game. It's really incredible.
Yeah. I don't know. I always think that they just like ran out of locations for chunky colored bananas because it's like, Japes, you also have the room with 3 balloons all right next to each other.
Yeah. Could just be a matter of order of operations for level creation, because Japes like is a little bit of a smaller level. Alright, what's on the medal? Is this key 7? It is indeed key 7 just on the medal, so Riley is saxophone away from a possible go mode. That is wild.
Yeah, if he visits the 5 cabin and it's just there, then we are in go mode and he's going to just sweep.
I cannot say this strongly enough. Possible go mode. We don't know, and that is terrifying. Because, like, this is very fast. This is the world to assemble a Diddy-less seed. I don't know if this is gonna beat Connor's. This is definitely not gonna beat Connor's like 123 or something he got in one seed. That was
the 123 is raw.
That is staggeringly quick. That is like actually unbelievable. It's not gonna beat that because mainly because he still has to get to 60 GBs. That's the sort of like floor on these seeds, is how fast can you get to 60. And because the start was like so early, it's not gonna quite cooperate so easily. Oh, he's not quite getting the twirl cut. The balloon skip here, kind of a pain. He might be coming back to castle just to hedge and pick up Diddy just in case. So there is a move in Japes that you buy with Tiny that nobody has picked up yet, so maybe that is something. I don't know. Not hinted.
Yeah. Yeah, now that Riley is dumped, the difference in GVs is starting to very much show.
Very close. And now Connor has to sort of like limp his way up to whatever it is for caves. And then he'll be off to the races. 53 for Riley is so close. I think he has a blueprint too. So he's gonna be just like running straight towards all his go mode stuff. See, the thing is I don't know if Connor is here for Diddy or if he's just here for shops. Because, like, getting to the shops here is, like, not too bad. It's possible he goes down to, like, Funky, cleans out the shop, and then just, like, checks the mausoleum just in case it's Diddy. That is a possibility.
Yeah, I feel like
goes.
move is to try and pick up Diddy just so then he can use him to get more GBs.
It is the safest play. Not that he needs many left, right? Like, at this point, you could consider, like, I don't know, maybe, like, the Hive area for Japes. Might have some. That's pretty decent density. Possibly clean out the hillside a little better. Tiny plus mini, you could, like, head up to the trash can or something. There's options. Oh, he's doing the tiny mausoleum first. Okay. He's got 50. How many does he need for...
I think it is 56 from what I am trying to remember.
56 for caves? Well, he's off to go get Diddy right now, so... He'll be, sitting comfy. Here's Riley's key 7. Oh, that's key 5. Whoops. He has not seen any of those levels. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Maybe Riley... I wonder if Riley is just not sure on, like, how much more he needs. I wouldn't say Diddy's required at this point for GBs, because I'm sure there's lots of ways to do it. Oh yeah, forced Funky Head just... Funky Head diving and nothing else. Great, of course. Connor continuing to scrounge. Where do I go to get the last GBs? This is the hard part of these seeds. It's... How do you... Uh-oh. Riley, where are you going? Riley, no! Riley, no! He left without Tiny. He's gonna go read his hints. He's gonna go read his hints and learn.
Yeah.
He's like, oh crap, I gotta go back. Because there's like one spot left. He checked Power Hut. Or no, he checked Crusher Room. He checked Crusher Room. He checked I guess he didn't check the Blast Course, so like could be like Tiny on the Blast Course for DK Factory, but like it's just a Power Hut, so he won't be too torn up about it. Plus all the other stuff he's gonna have hinted to him, he's gonna be like, oh, there's like one spot to go. He's gonna realize, I think he's gonna realize there's just so few things left that he needs that like it's gonna be the end of the line here shortly. Like all these hints he's getting, he's like, oh, there's just nothing here. Oh, punch check, red alert. This is good. I think it unlikely at this point. I think Connor has escaped the need for punch. Oh, but Riley's gonna have enough to walk into caves right now.
Yeah, he's again the like early blueprint setup just rocket him for it after the dump.
Right. Playing thorough means he is comfortably entering this level, no problem. And he'll be able to check the cabin instantly. I think he's just gonna run straight there and then do nothing else. Oh, Factory Donkey Power Hut is on the way of the Horde. Their last way of the Horde is just where Tiny is. That is actually huge for Riley. That is enormous. That is a big clutch. Because now he's got to run directly towards... He's running towards Chunky 5-door cabin. He's running towards Power Hut. And he's in go mode. I think that hint may have just directly told him where Tiny is, and he's done. I think that's it. This is a chunky move. What is this? Maybe a little hunky chunky to bail you out? It's garbage. Excellent. I cannot see a world where Baboon Balloon is required anymore. I don't think the world exists. So this is now a...
For one chat?
Well, I mean, in this world, I can't see a world where it's needed anymore. Another Chunky move. I think he's buying stuff out of fear of Hunky Chunky. Because Chunky and Helm, you just never know, man. You just never know. It's Blast? That's not... he does not... It's not what he's looking for. Connor is dumping. I think he's going to have enough for... It looks like he's working his way up to 56.
Connor
Yes.
also did not buy peanuts, so if we do not see the tiny lanky donkey, he's gonna be in a tough spot.
That would be a disaster for sure. I think it is most likely lanky, but we don't know. Where is Sax? It's got to be here. It just has to be here. It's got to be in this chunky 5-door cabin. I don't think there's any other option, or at least if it's not here, then it's unhinted, which is a complete disaster. O'Connor does have peanuts. He has it marked, so missed that. But let's see what this minigame is. Ooh, a little shooting action. So Connor is actually in good shape for everything. Is part of his like backtracking to go get more GBs. He was like, oh yeah, now that I got Diddy, let me go buy that thing out of the shop. Of course, neither of them went back to Japes for whatever's in Funky, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think either of them went there. So, who knows? Was that sax? I think that was sax. I'm just marking it. I didn't actually see it. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Surely that was saxophone. Because if it wasn't, that's pretty alarming. It was sax. Thank you, team.
Was not a surprise gorilla grab.
Yeah, surprise gorilla grab. Good lord. Okay, so Riley needs the chunky medal here. And then he's got to go pick up Tiny, and he's off to the races. Whereas Connor needs to get to 60 and clear out this cabin. I think Connor's in the lead here. This is pretty tight, but I think Connor has the lead. Clear out all the shops he can. Riley's going to do the same. We don't know where Guitar is, so we can't even check the back of the Aztec shops. That would be good density. Unfortunate. Yeah, Connor just checking really fast stuff, hoping to find stuff. What is that? An instrument upgrade. Amazing. The call of the vial is impossible to resist. How do you not pick that up?
And I'm telling you, clear vials are like the villains of DK64 Randomizer.
They are definitely bait very frequently. 59 for Riley. 59 for Connor.
Yes, this is very close at this point.
Connor sees the moves in the shop and doesn't even want to buy them. He knows he doesn't need them. He's gone. There's Riley's key 7. He's out of there instantly. The fastest save quit you've ever seen. Oh, Connor gets caught in the cabin. Oh no! That's a bit of a setback. Uh-oh. Riley charging back into factory. He's got to go to the power hut. He knows he has to go to the power hut to go pick up Tiny. Oh, and he's going to do this. He's going to do this kick. So this is a cheeky little kick from this pipe. You can DK kick over to the power hut, which is sometimes useful when you have like a testing or R&D foolish, and you just like want to skip that area, but you know you need to get up here. But it's also very annoying, so... I've seen Riley do this before, though, so...
I've seen this kick like once or twice ever, and every time I'm like, I feel like it's more harm than it's worth.
Well, if you have the warp, it's fine, but he doesn't have the warp to get up there, and this is definitely worth it. You know you need exactly this, and you can't get in your... Like, that was definitely faster than him climbing. He's at 59. He's gonna go up Helm. So I think he's headed to Helm first. He's banking on one more GB on the way up here, whether it be the saxophone pad or something in the Helm lobby. Whereas Connor is not hedging his bets so much. Connor's not willing to take that gamble. He's gonna try and get 60. Never mind, he's gonna get super duper for his troubles. And then concede and climb Creme Isle anyway. So we have a very close race now. This is gonna be wild. Alright. There's 60. Boom. Riley is rewarded with his 60th up top. So he's charging through Helm, probably in go mode. Yeah. At the 11th hour. At the 11th hour, Connor only finds vials instead of GBs.
It's the classic level 7 with 4 vials in it, you know?
Yeah, just amazing. 4 easily accessible vials, exactly where you expect them to be. It's like, are you serious? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think the only thing that can possibly be a huge monkey wrench right now is if we have a required hunky chunky minigame.
Yeah, a surprise chunky phase would be a total disaster. Everything else is all clear, so it's like, come on team, here we go. Wow, what a race. This is a tight one. They're like just a Helm minigame apart. This is crazy. Wow. And while they're making this look like a real fast seed, nobody's done quite yet. These two are racing for the top spot in the lobby, and it is up for grabs. They are in pole position to get it. This is a crazy one. They have to master their swimming skills to get through this minigame, though. This can be a doozy.
Yeah, the top-down camera in the 3D space is never really good to deal with.
Yeah, the camera is certainly not doing you any favors, but I don't know what camera would, man. You'd need something like over the shoulder or something maybe to like get there. I don't know. I think like Banjo has like a much closer camera, so the swimming kind of works a little better there. Or like in 2E when you're going faster, they just do it first person, just like, all right. We can see the camera sucks. Do it in first person. This should help. Wow, this is seconds apart. They are maybe like 15 seconds apart at most. This is crazy. Ooh, Riley with a slight delay on killing his last one in the barrel, just to like offset the spawns a little bit. Very clever. Very clever way to make this minigame a little bit easier for you. Alright, but the Hunky Chunky minigame, we have avoided one chance. There is one more opportunity to get the Hunky Chunky minigame. Are we in danger? Did we escape? Wow, look at that. That is actually 13 seconds of differences on the timer. Unbelievable. This is so close. What is the last Helm game? Alright, crisis averted. We do not need Hunky Chunky.
Could have been absolutely terrifying, but
yeah. Here we go. We're off to the donkey room. No cutscene skip for Riley. It could come down to cutscene skips. Oh my goodness. You play your instrument at a very specific moment. You can skip. You can essentially like replace the cutscene of the helm door deactivating with you playing your instrument. Connor misses it too. Dead even.
You know, I actually now pray for cops inside of last stream of Helm because you can easily just skip final cutscene by having it capture you.
Oh, it just warps you down. Ooh, that's actually okay, clever,
yeah,
clever.
I found it out recently.
Yeah, probably not intentional.
Totally on purpose.
Definitely on purpose. Everyone has that moment of when they get caught by a cop in Helm, they're like, oh my god, what just happened? And it actually speeds them up, and they're like, oh, wait a minute. It just ain't natural. That's what it is. It ain't right. Wow, it's just 10 seconds apart. This is gonna be a tight one going into K-roll. Oh boy. Comes down to your Mad Maze Mall execution. How do you best kill enemies? Whether it's swap to pineapple or a shockwave or a spider is pretty horrible. Hate seeing spiders here. Pineapple dispatches him quickly. Iceman just knocked over while rolling. Amazing. Here we go. That is the end. I think that's the end of Helm for Riley, and he gets the good cutscene skip. This is the one that takes. This is the cutscene that lasts the longest, and that's the one you want to skip the most. So he's saving a good bit of time there. Eats on Connor to get it right. Did he get it? He is early, I think, so he does not get it.
Yeah, those skips are rough. From what I've been told, it's about a 2-frame window, so it's just rough.
Yeah, the only visual cue I've heard is you like watch the little like the camera icon that's rotating in the corner, and then when it's pointing left for like I think like the second time is that's your time.
So just to keep everyone posted, this is a seed that was possible, Diddy-less.
Wow, that is crazy. You could have skipped Diddy. Do you skip Diddy? I think you'd be crazy too, but you definitely could have. That is Tiny Lanky Donkey. So we get a nice break watching Tiny Phase. A little bit of an auto scroller. All about how fast you can shoot.
That's crazy. Whenever I started this game, I was like, man, Tiny Phase is hard, and then I eventually learned it, and I'm like, oh, this is like a 3-minute cutscene.
Yeah, it loses its punch real quick. If you turn on hard bosses, you can discover the pain of Tiny Phase anew as you get random toe patterns, but that is a little much for me. I don't need to learn this crap again.
Man, random toes would be awful.
It is certainly an adventure from what I've seen.
You see Connor furiously reducing lag as always.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It probably helps him a little bit too. Probably not a significant amount, but maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit, and just a little bit it might be enough to give it the edge in a tie.
Yeah, it's... I honestly, every time I see it from him, I'm like, man, that is speedrunner blood just like flowing.
When you're on Wii U or emulator, the toes are moving plenty quick. You don't really need to worry too much about lag, but on like N64 it matters a lot. Which is also why when you pick up the randomizer, you're probably playing on emulator instead of an actual console for the first time. The game's a lot faster, and it's a lot harder when it's faster sometimes. And Tiny Phase, I think, is where it manifests most egregiously, where you are flying through this phase, and the toes are just relentless.
Yeah, it genuinely is crazy the difference between like having lag in this game and not having it.
Yeah, that is wild. Alright, Riley down. He is done. Connor is actually seconds behind him. That is madness.
Yeah, at this point it just takes one unoptimal move and it might spell the end.
How good are you at throwing your barrels in the lanky phase? This is tricky. Getting the optimal pattern right here is kind of tricky, because like you want to get it like, the easiest way to do it is to just throw the banana like right on top of where the pads are, but like if you do too close, then he'll hit you on the way out. So like Riley puts like a really quick one down, but he might like take a hit on the way in, depending on which way K-Roll turns. He turns the right way, good. I think he's safe here, but it's just like you have to like extract yourself, and it's like kind of a pain, yeah. So I feel like in an Optim world, you put it like a little further away, but not like too much further away. Right about there where he has it is basically perfect. You can play your instrument just about anywhere and it'll hit. Right there, they're one slip apart now. Line sets up even faster. But Riley, that's number 3 for him, so he's out of here. Alrighty, watching the race time anxiously. Who hits dot done first? We are in a very fast DK phase to finish. This phase does not take more than a minute. This is like, what, 30 seconds? 45, maybe?
Yeah, as long as you get everything, DK phase is like no time at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you didn't have to say that, as long as you get everything. Oh my god. I was on a restream the other day, and I got the craziest lag spike I've ever seen on my second shot, and missed. And I was like, what? Oh? Like, I shot over his head. Fortunately, if you shoot over his head, you basically shoot into another cannon, so it's like not that bad, but it was just like a, really? Really, game? You're gonna do this to me? 1 for Riley. 2 for Riley. 1 for Connor. Oh, a bad shot for Riley. Uh-oh.
Well, that might be it. We'll see.
Is that 2 for Connor? Oh my god. This is gonna be seconds apart. Oh no, he missed! Oh no! What happened? Connor takes first place!
Takes it down.
Oh no! Riley with a disaster on donkey phase, and Connor takes it by 6 seconds. Oh
that is
no!
Insane!
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness. What was that? It's madness!
In the race room, they're only 6 seconds apart. That is insane.
Holy moly. 140? Oh, I should stop my timer, huh? Do that real quick. Connor finishes with a time of 140.49, and Riley finishes with 140.55. That is crazy. Riley is so shook, he also did not stop his timer, so it's not just me. Wow. Wow. That is madness. I laid no such curse on them. Do not put that on me. This one's not on me. I want to make that clear, first and foremost. Wow! That is crazy. What a crazy finish. What a crazy seed. They're flying. Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh my, oh my. My, oh my. We'll see if we can pull him into the, call to, get some thoughts on this seed. See what they thought of this nearly Didyless seed.
Oh, hello.
Hello. We succeeded.
What?
Hello. Wow, what a finish that was. I don't suppose you got an instant replay of that in your chat. That is a crazy finish on what just happened.
I mean, I got the replay in race time when I saw that I clicked done. Oh wait, 2 other people are done now. 4. Oh,
Etiquette and Kuiper just finished. They're flying. This is a crazy finale to the seed. But what happened is you were both neck and neck. You were about like 15 seconds behind him since Helm, and you're like chasing each other perfectly. And
GG's.
And there was a bit of an incident on Donkey Phase.
I lost I missed my final shot on Donkey. On Good Kid Rule. Whoops.
dang. Well, if it makes you feel better, the race time race never started for me. So you guys were going, and I didn't know the race started. So I got off to a late start.
Yes, the race time thing was broken for me as well at the start.
Okay.
And I had to like refresh the page constantly because things were not popping up in the race room itself.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. Well, we're down the wash, and you guys had a crazy race. What a seed this was. Did you guys at any point realize you could have just not picked up Diddy Kong at all?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was still probably worth it at the end.
It is certainly a dangerous enterprise to abandon him, but we were thinking, is this the Diddy seed? Is this the seed that is going to happen? I hadn't seen one yet.
I only got him because I was struggling to hit the 56 golden bananas for caves, and I was like, I was going back to castle, and I was so short on golden bananas.
It sounds like we did completely different, because my first trip in Caves Lobby, I had enough.
Really?
I went to Caves Lobby. I was short. My go mode was tiny, by the way, just tiny. So what happened is I completely last location grape shooter. I full cleared my seed, had 0 checks left when I got grape. So that was really unfortunate.
Yeah, grape was the hardest thing to find in the seed, I think. Not hinted. It was very obvious. It was very well hinted that you needed it, but it didn't give you any help on where it was. And that definitely took both of you the longest to find of all the items.
Yeah. I find grape a lot earlier. The seed is not difficult.
The big thing we were freaking out over is punch. Because Riley found punch and Connor did not, and it was like, oh my god, is punch gonna matter? This is gonna be crazy.
Well, where was it, first of all?
Castle Dirt.
Punch was Castle Dirt.
Oh, the top. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
made the strategic risk to not climb all the way up Castle.
Oh my god.
Like, but
First trip I went all the way up because I was like, I'm so low on checks already. Isolating an extra check at that point was going to be worse. So I just took the bullet and just went up, which obviously worked. But I was like, classic DK, dude.
That's crazy.
I mean, that was one of my, like, if I didn't get grape from the lanky ship, like, I was almost out of checks. I would have had to gone up there. There wasn't much left for me to do.
Did you not need punch?
Nope, you did not.
Nope. Well, for
wow.
golden bananas may have helped a lot because I assume it got you a lot more golden bananas than me.
Yes, yeah, probably. I mean, because the chunky shed in Castle, then there's the chunky chest in Galleon that are super free. And there's the factory lobby, like, and then there's factory, like, I think overall, I think it's a time save, though, to get punch. But yeah. And then diving was unhinted, miserable as well.
Where was dive? It was
Funky shop in Castle, yeah.
Oh, well.
It's just the
Was
back
that
and forth.
miserable though?
It was just the back and forth that it created, I think, because you had to go in and then you had to go back, and then I backtracked like at least 4 times, Castle in and out.
Yeah.
So
I love these seeds where galleons at the start and no diving.
Yeah.
They just keep coming. Is this 3 for 3 on qualifiers with that? That's pretty wild.
For what, sorry?
3 for 3 on our qualifiers that had a diving-less galleon early.
Yeah, it sucks.
Jeez. Yeah, next they'll give you a force with just absolutely nothing. Oh.
But yeah, overall, a lot of people are pretty close. This is surprisingly close at the top still. Like, hey. That's good, though, of course.
Yeah, people are quick. We got 2 more finishers. We got Shady Mist and Tudos, the boss man, who just raided us. What's going on, Tudos? Nice finish. Good time.
GG's, yeah. I mean, overall, this is probably going to be a good score for everybody else as well. It's probably, like, you're probably going to still get a better score for that first qual, Connor, than this qual.
Yeah, this is going to be like this is going to be our worst score so far because everyone else is close
so close.
to us.
Yeah.
What a problem to have. My God. I'll see y'all in the doldrums.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are ways to go even faster here, but a lot of it just comes down to how fast you found grape. Because once you find grape, that like sort of opens up the rest of your seed. You run a rabbit race, get your keys, and then your last level progressions is very straightforward as long as you have the GBs for it. And Riley had the arsenal of blueprints to dump all at once.
Oh, dude, I had like 5 chunky blueprints in the first 30 minutes. I'm like, what is this?
You had like 5 blueprints for 3 Kongs. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You were behind Connor in like raw GB count for a while, and then you just dumped everything and just shot ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of had an idea. I was like, okay, I'll probably dump before going up to check factory. And then obviously at that point, I'm like close-ish to go mode, so I'm like being a little like here and there, getting some. And then like, I don't have a single hint for tiny. I don't know if I missed the DK gets tiny in factory anywhere.
Yeah,
that was Cave's lobby Diddy hint.
No, that was the Caves lobby Diddy hint was a direct hint to the location.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. I think Caves lobby had the hint though.
I don't remember that.
It was in Aztec lobby behind Feather, I think.
Oh, really?
Should that?
Oh, not Feather. The one in front of it. The back room.
Oh,
sorry.
the DK. The DK. Well, the yellow one. Sorry.
I was gonna say that.
Yes.
That shouldn't be possible. I don't believe you.
Yeah. So I mean,
sorry, brain.
The DK. Yeah. So it's an Aztec.
Yeah, but me getting grape late delayed everything basically. Because when I got grape, I got key 4. Then I just rushed factory. Got key 5. I left. Got the power shed hint. Then I got sacks. Then I went to Aztec. Got key 7. And then at that point, I had 59 GBs, and I just got.
And no tiny.
No tiny, yeah.
No
I
tiny.
got 59 GBs without tiny. And then my last one I got with tiny at the top.
How'd you like the tiny K-Rool care package in Japes Underground? That was pretty nice.
We had 4 hints for that. We literally had that double hinted, and then we have Caves and Mines Path to Tiny X2 as well, which was
It hinted
bad
pineapple.
hints.
Of course, all those hints were after I found the stuff.
Yeah.
It hinted pineapple for that, and then I think it hinted vines. I think it indirectly hinted barrels as well.
It hinted coconut from Forest Mills.
Coconut leading to barrels eventually.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I was really hoping for grape in there because I didn't know the path hints at that point, and I just knew they were aware of the horde, so I was hoping for grape.
Wacky sequence of events in Japes for sure, but you do hear a little run around Japes for a while, shotgun and grab your slam even. You need one of those. I wonder where the other one was. We saw the one behind the peanut cage, but nobody went back for that.
Or what, sorry?
The second slam. What was your other option for slam?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can go quickly check in a second.
Second slam was Cave's chunky.
That's right, you did find it. It was in the blueprint.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
When I was desperate for one more golden banana and spent like 3 minutes looking for one golden banana when I was at 59.
I hate it when that happens,
Yeah.
man. That's so tragic. I don't believe either of you went back for the funky move in Japes.
I'm walking into Japes right now.
Tiny,
So.
I knew of that, and then I knew there were 3 potions in caves. I skipped all of those.
I bought them just off the off chance it was hunky,
yeah.
but in the end, maybe I should have came back. Maybe I should have left them there, and if it was a hunky hunt, then come back. But I don't know what's the best way to approach that situation.
That's a tough call, actually. I think it's reasonably safe to live in the world where you don't need hunky because neither punch nor hunky is hinted, and you have punch, ammo belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was
tough call.
punch and hunky, and I was like, the chance I find both of them is so unlikely. I'm just gonna hope that neither are needed because they would both be needed together or not at all.
You're telling me not having punch helped? That is unbelievable. I can't believe you got away with that, man. That's just ridiculous.
I mean, I think overall though, I think it cost him time to not get it in his first castle trip.
Punch is a good move, for sure.
It is a good move for a lot of GBs. Quick punch is the best move for that, I think, in the whole game. Maybe, like, I don't know what else could match it, really.
I mean, if Lanky had been in the Galleon chest, then I was just screwed, because that would have been such an easy spot to get Lanky.
We were also freaking out about that, but then we got Chunky 5-door ship hinted, and we were like, oh, okay, that's Lanky, and then it was just barrels, and it was like, oh, okay, the cannon game is Lanky. We just keep picking Lanky.
Barrels. I had that check before I had the hint for that barrels check. And then I also got, what else? Oh yeah, then doing Castle Boss not having barrels and then having to leave.
Okay, I'm gonna lay it on you. You could have seen that one coming. Like,
yeah,
there are only 2 bosses that don't need barrels and Mad Jack, and you didn't have time, so like you knew it was gonna be a barrels boss.
It's just always puff toss and cut out.
Right, because
unless you start with barrels or with Tiny and get early twirl.
Right.
Then maybe Mad Jack.
That's one of the quirks with the boss fill, just to like make sure that your bosses are beatable by the time you can get into the level.
Yeah.
Otherwise, things get weird. Ask anyone who plays like complex level order.
Yeah, Travanskov being double hinted to key 4 is pretty funny too.
Yeah, that was wild. That's the key 4 is the hinge of the seed, the rabbit race. That's wild. Well, you navigated it well anyway. You got there in the end. Not too many hiccups, really, just a great.
Yeah.
Really just a great incident.
I'm just upset at that last DK shot that missed because my brain was like being confused. But I can't mean, like I said, winning is not the priority. Getting good points is, and like I said earlier, for Connor, winning this one is probably less points than getting second in the first qual. So. I don't even worry about that. I don't even know how that works. You just score points. You go fast. You race the clock. Going fast will get you points. There's a very good chance that me and Connor are probably separated by not even 1 point here, maybe 1. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know who's calculating the points. I'm not doing it. The scores are what they are. Come what may. The seeds will fall as they do. But yeah, wow, that's pretty wild. Any final thoughts on the seed or the qualifiers going forward, Connor?
The hints so far have been like fairly nice. So no like casinos so far have been fortunate. But we're due for a.
We're due for one. Yeah, we're due for a seed where something is deep unhinted. Yeah.
We're due for a doozy.
But generally, those are going to be the better ones for points. So.
Well, for the people who find what they need.
For those who punch their ticket in the casino.
Yeah.
Any stray thoughts, Riley, as we wrap things up?
Not really. I already said my piece about what I felt was my whoops, but overall I feel fine. I don't feel bad for last location in Grape. I think that just happens, and I mean I got around, and once I had that though, yeah. Final thoughts.
I want to drop a cool 140 and feel bad about that time. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Dude's flying.
I'll probably rewatch the VOD and see the despair at the end. I mean, it depends how long Connor didn't. How long did you not play at the start?
Like 20 seconds.
10 seconds.
Okay.
I see like a 10-second difference between race time and your timer, so something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I also stopped my timer a million seconds late.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well. Yeah, everyone did. There was a bit of a rush at the end. It was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
it's
I prioritize the race time finishing and not the timer you see on my stream.
Yeah, that's why it's so nice when it syncs up and works correctly. Yeesh. Oh well. But we're in for a doozy coming forward. So there will be more qualifiers to be had. This is only the 3rd. They're out of 12. There are 9 more in the coming weeks. The next one will be on Friday, I believe, Friday evening. I will be on the mic once again. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully we do not see that doozy yet. Let's just keep delaying the inevitable. Let's delay it to a bracket stage between people that It's not me.
Hey, I'll say there's gonna be like so many people have sub 2'd the seed. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is people are getting fast, man. They're getting fast.
Yeah, I mean that's good. We want to see people get closer and closer.
Oh yeah.
It's always more fun for everybody.
21 people in this race. There were 30 in the qualifier yesterday. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, that about wraps it up for today. From the commentary booth, I'm Larock. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for hosting.
Rye, you wanna any final words?
Thank you. I'd like to thank my fans, my family. Go ahead, Rydog.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I've been Rydog.
Pleasure to be your commentators for this. A pleasure to. Thanks for playing, guys. It's good to have you on the stream. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. That is not a doozy. We're not gonna have a doozy. Let's put a delaying disaster. But we'll see you in the next one. The next one will be Friday. I believe it will be around 8 Eastern. It'll be the weekly time on Fridays. So we'll see you then. Hopefully. Thanks for watching, all. Oh, Tudos, Bossman is here to tell us where we're going. We're going to Revan. Woohoo!
Morning.
Off we go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have a good one.
Yep. See you, everybody.